So I wanted to make another computer review video, and I looked back at my channel, and I never ever made a video about my main computer. And this is it, a 2010, mid 2010 iMac, the best maxed out version. Really was really pricey back then. Probably now it's worth about 1,500 bucks or something like that. But yeah, back then it was really pricey. It is, again, the best one you could get. It has a first generation 3.2 gigahertz Core i7 dual core processor, 8 gigs of RAM, but it came with 4. I upgraded them later to 8, and that's fitting my needs perfectly. I don't even need more. You know, I've had these 8 gigs for now quite some time, and it always worked in every operating system pretty nicely. It has a 1 terabyte internal hard drive, which I personally think is the only weak point of this computer. I'll come back to that later. The graphics card of this is a Radeon 5750. Yeah, it has a gig of RAM. It's a really good graphics card. I cannot say anything. I play, not a lot of games, but some of them are like GTA 4 are really intense, and I can play GTA 4 almost at high settings on this iMac. I wasn't expecting this. It's pretty unoptimized and crappy game if you think about it. It's no beast graphics card anymore, but for my needs, it's really good. It's smooth and everything. All the transitions are smooth on the operating system, and there's no lag, and that's what's it's all about, I guess. Probably you think, oh, this is a crappy graphic card. I don't think so, but yeah, for me it's okay. I'm no hardcore gamer, and yeah, what did I forget? Yeah, it's a 27-inch model with its huge, really awesome display. I don't have a need for a 4K display. This is just crazy good display. It has a 2560 by 1440 resolution. It's just totally awesome. And I've seen really monitors that are the same size but look awful compared to this awesome resolution. So the display of this computer is just insane good. That's also why it's a little pricier. It's got this, I believe the Apple Cinema display, which costs $11,000, is the same display. So yeah, the monitor on this computer is pretty insanely good. And I've heard the newer ones, the thin ones, I don't know, I believe they're the 2013 models, they have even better displays. So yeah, they're pretty good. For people who think that this computer is thick, I cannot agree. I mean, seriously. Sure, if you compare it to the new one, it's thick, but what the fuck, guys? This is, for God's sake, not thick. And, it's actually not all about thinness, It's a thing I hate about this construction is that everything is on the back. And the new iMac, it hasn't got space for its card reader on the side, so this is also on the back. I couldn't imagine that. I use this card reader quite a lot, and I couldn't imagine this being on the back side where I have to always get back the computer and plug it in. That would be just crazy. Also, this still has an optical drive. On this computer, I still use it rather often, and also on my Pentium 4 computer. But I gotta be honest, yes, this optical media is dying. I'm just saying that, but I use this optical drive a lot because I'm ripping a lot of DVDs and I'm burning a lot of stuff. So, but that doesn't change anything. So I think they made the right decision on killing them. Of course, you can always have an external one, and it may piss off some guys. For example, me, if I had no one on here and had it externally slow and crappy, that would be not so good. But this is another topic actually. So this has got on the back. Let's just look. I don't really know. Yeah, 4 USBs. All of them I've used. Audio line in and audio out, and Firewire 800. No, this hasn't got yet the new Thunderbolt, which I don't really miss actually. It has the display out, which is my most hated connection of this computer, and Ethernet, which is plugged in, and it's also doing internet sharing when it's on for my other non-Wi-Fi machines. It's hooked up to a switch under the desk, and that's how to do it. I'm also exchanging files between my computers like this. It's working way faster than via Wi-Fi alone. And yeah, the display out, I just hate this port. That's probably because I am also using PCs all the time, and Macs just suck to hook up on, displays, just crazy. So that's why I hate this port pretty much, because I can't afford a cinema display. Yeah, there's nothing to say about this construction other than that. There's not a lot of critics. There's a microphone at the top and a webcam right there. They're not the best quality, but they get eventually the job done for that, what you use it for. Yeah, the only complaint I have about this computer is its hard drive. This hard drive, even though it's 7,200 RPMs, slows the computer down just a lot. If I would have in here an SSD, this would go wow, just like a rocket. And I came to the decision that I store almost nothing but the programs and some important files. And the videos I'm just currently working on the internal hard drive, and the rest is all external. And to make it fast and save some space also, but make it fast. And that did actually work. But if this had an SSD, that would be just crazy and really, really, really fast. But in the moment, I can't afford one. I really don't feel like going inside this computer, and I don't really have a need for an SSD on my main computer that much. It's a different story on this. On this one, I have an SSD, and it just was absolutely necessary. But on this one, it's not really necessary. If you do the system like me, I know a terabyte is a lot of storage space, but if you only put videos on here that you currently work with, like on Final Cut Pro 10 or iMovie or something like this, or only save like small files, then it's eventually fast in booting up. This is running Mavericks 10.9.4. I really long ran 10.6 Snow Leopard on it. That was for compatibility reasons. And yeah, now I can finally upgrade to newer system. I actually had all operating system running on this: Lion, Mountain Lion, and Mavericks. And yeah, of course, Yosemite will also run on this. My favorite OS on this has got to be so far Mavericks. That's because it's newer and it has a lot of new features that I'm an iPhone user too, and I can use these features really nicely. And after Mavericks 10.6, 10.8 and 10.7, 10.8 was quite better than 10.7. 10.7 was just full of bugs until they fixed it finally. And it's also way slower than 10.8, but 10.9 and 10.6, they run really fast on here. They really didn't just say they speeded it up, they really did it there. Because I couldn't really believe it when they said at a keynote, that the RAM usage is less and stuff like that. I couldn't really think that. Actually, when David only had 2 gigs of RAM in his MacBook, I told him, well, this is not going to run fast, but oh wow, how fast it ran. Now it has 3, I believe. But yeah, I was kind of surprised. Yeah, this Mac is hooked up via a USB hub to my external hard drives, which are different shelves, so to save space on my desk. They are both, no, actually one of them is 2 terabytes, the other one is 1.5. And then I've got a portable hard drive, which I also use with Matter machines a little bit. That's a 500 gig portable Samsung hard drive. And on the back there's another USB hub just for these hard drives. Yeah. Then I have a boot camp partition on this. Windows 7 Professional. I also have Windows 8.1 running on this. It ran absolutely fine. I don't want to say it's bad or anything. And I absolutely was willing to keep it, but I was only using the 90-day trial, and I didn't feel really seriously. I was too lazy to update all the way from my Windows 8 copy to 8.1 on this Mac. I was just too lazy, to be honest. So I just installed Windows 7, and all I use there is, for games. Nothing else, pretty much. And, yeah, is there anything else to say about it? Yeah, I'm using a Microsoft mouse with it. I love Microsoft mice. and I hate Apple mice. And I'm using this Apple aluminum keyboard and also USB keyboard. Yeah, if you're asking, am I upgrading anytime soon? Oh, hell no, this is the perfect machine for me. When I got it, it was way too fast. Right now, it's just perfect for my needs. It renders videos just fine the way I want it to. I can use it for everything at once. I really do not feel like upgrading to a newer machine. Eventually, my next machine will eventually be a PC. Or if they decide to, well, be a little less shitty with their hardware configurations, I will maybe eventually look into a Mac. But right now, guess this isn't going anywhere for the next 2 years. And yeah, so yeah, I'm very satisfied with this machine. It was very reliable. Never ever had a hardware problem pretty much when I had this. I have this now since 2011, and now we have 2014, so it's quite some time. This has never given me a single hardware problem. Of course, software problems, software bugs, but obviously that's the machine's fault. But hardware-wise, this machine is totally fine. I do recommend buying iMacs if you want a more powerful Mac, but also don't want to buy a Mac Pro. And of course, actually now when I have this new stupid Mac Pro, I do recommend if you want to have a Mac with a little more graphics power than a Mac Mini, and you don't want a laptop like the MacBook Pro, then this is the computer for you. Of course, in the PC world, this is a lot easier, but yeah, in the Mac world, it's not so easy anymore. Yeah, this machine is awesome. Don't know what to say else, actually. Yeah, always did the job, never had a problem. Yeah, what else to say? I like it, and it's working fine. It's not going anywhere. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.